round in circles.
I don't believe it. Look! The heart of the woods.
Are you sure?
Pretty much, yep.
We have to be prepared for anything. Headless horsemen, paladins, witches, spiders. There could be a whole army waiting for us in there.
Ladies first? Whatever is living in the cave under the tree, it's killed off all the trees close by. I've never seen such a gnarled, sickly tree before. Even Ivo's dad would have trouble getting that to blossom again. Whatever is living in the cave under the tree, it's killed. Only the tree directly above the cave entrance is alive. Well, more or less. Well, okay then. I'll lead. Esther!
Well, 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 who have we here?
Archmage! You're alive! What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm not alive. I'm just a ghost, thanks to you.
But...
Thanks to your incompetence and stupidity.
But I didn't mean for all of this to happen.
I trusted you. I was your friend, and you didn't prevent my death.
Archmage,
Silence!
Remy.
An albatross around my neck. Nothing more. You disappointed me, Wilbur.
Archmage Alistair and Remy were my friends. I forbid you to pretend they're here.
Don't you understand, Wilbur? We relied on you and you have abused our trust. You disappointed us and you will disappoint Gulliver, Timmy and the others too. You're just a stupid little boy who makes everything worse.
Rubbish. Don't listen to him, Wilbur. No, a spider.
Yes! I will suck you dry!
Stop! I know who you are.
And...
You're always whatever we're most afraid of.
I'm death, disease, loss, failure, humiliation. The monster under the bed. The creature in the cupboard.
Lizzie's afraid of spiders. Esther of the Paladin who once chopped her head off. And me, I don't want to make any mistakes and cause anything nasty to happen to my friends.
But you can't prevent it. Neither of you will leave this cave alive. And then I'll get your friends one by one.
You have no chance against the two of us. Lizzie and I are a good team.
Yes, one of you is half petrified with fear, and the only thing keeping the other upright is the courage of desperation.
You aren't real. Arrows and bolts just fly straight through you.
Nothing can harm me. You're lost desperately.
You only have power if we give it to you, right?
No, I am real. I will kill your friend.
Yeah? Go on then.
I will sink my fangs into your skull.
No, you won't. The spider isn't real, Lizzie.
I am. Fear is real.
It can only paralyze us if we let it. Why are you backing off? Are you gonna bite her or what?
Yes, Why should I be scared of you if you can't do anything to me?
But what if I can? You can't be sure.
I'll take the risk.
You can't destroy me! I'm always here!
But we can control you. Everything okay?
Yes, I'm all right now.
Even though I spent quite a bit of time in Seastone, I don't know much about fish. I'm a child of the mountains. I'm pretty sure that this must be a dolphin, though, as it wants to play with a swimmer. Someone once told me that dolphins weren't actually fish at all. They were actually birds, because they flew through the water with their wings, just like birds through the air. Might be something to that. A picture of a clown. Funny. A sad clown is art, everyone knows that, but this one here looks pretty normal to me. A man waving at the observer in a friendly manner. He's wearing a name tag. Looks like his name is Claus. I don't get it. I don't like it when you really have to think to get the meaning of art. What is this Claus picture trying to tell us? All sorts of small stuff and a few pieces of clothing too. Yes, this thing fed off its victims' fear. It made them ill, perhaps even drove them mad. They were no longer able to think of anything else, didn't eat, and no one in the town knew what had happened. A little mirror, a flute, shoes, scarves, and there's a hair clip. Lots of little things, all mementos of the abducted villagers. I will talk to the mayor and offer to bring everything back to the village once I've freed Timmy from the curse and found the sorcerer's book. Esther hasn't made a sound yet. I hope she's all right. And I hope she can walk. It'll be a long walk back if I have to carry her. Esther, how are you doing?
He's going to cut my head off, and then I won't be able to look after Gulliver and Nate anymore.
Don't worry, Esther. That thing is gone. It can't hurt you now.
The paladin, he wants to chop my head off. Who's going to take care of both my boys then?
Gulliver and Nate are fine. They're both waiting for you at the campfire.
Yes, for now, but the paladin wants to chop my head off. And who'll take care of them if that happens?
There is no paladin anymore, and there never was one in the first place. It was a kind of apparition sent to scare you.
No, I definitely saw him. He is out to get my family.
Look at me, Esther. There's no one here who wants to do you any harm. The ghost has disappeared.
He has gone?
It's gone, and it won't come back as long as you don't let it.
He said that he was going to get Nate. As soon as he has chopped my head off, he was going to get my little boy.
It won't come to that. I'll explain, but not here. Let's join Nate and Gulliver by the nice warm fire, okay?
Yes. Oh, thank you, Wilbur.
As soon as she takes Gulliver and Nate into her arms and knows that everything is okay, she'll forget this cave in no time. Pretty scary, eh?
Ooh, too right. What do you think it was?
A demon? A ghost? Some headless creature that only becomes powerful when we give it power? I believe that after the sorcerer died, the people in the village were so afraid something terrible would happen that this is exactly what did happen.
And if they hadn't been so afraid, they could all still be here.
My uncle was always afraid of becoming ill. That made him ill. And if you're afraid of dying, it can make you forget how to live. You know what I mean?
You're quite the philosopher, Wilbur Weathervane.
I've just been thinking a lot how it's better to do things and maybe fail than not to do things because you're too scared to fail. What are you going to do once this is over? Will you help me find the Sorcerer's Book?
That's your adventure. I've my own.
Oh, actually, I think we're a good match. Well, as partners, I mean. You know, as partners in adventure. Adventuring partners.
Oh, I think so too. Seastone in spring is supposed to be worth a visit.
Yeah, about that. At the moment, it's a police state run by a complete nutcase.
That could be lovely. It just depends on who you're with.
I know 2 people who are longing to see you, Esther.
And I know someone who owes us a sack of gold.
Come on, let's go.
So, there was never a curse?
That's right. No curse, no real threat. Only fear made it become a reality.
Oh, then I'll try to be more open-minded in the future and not always assume the worst.
You can start by welcoming my zombie friends into your village.
We'll see. At least I'll talk to them.
That would be good. If my memory serves me right, you promised a sack full of gold to the person who hunted down the Headless Horseman.
Of course, and you have earned it.
We earned it. You get half of this, Lizzie.
That won't be necessary. See you around.
Oh, yes. See you later.
I think she just, never mind.
Why did fear show itself to you in the form of a Headless Horseman?
Oh, my grandfather always used to tell me the story about a headless horseman. I was terribly scared of it, but it was still my favourite story.
And if there's enough hysteria, you'll believe anything. Even that ghost stories are real. Now you know how to defend yourself against the curse. So could you please show me the way to the old Van Buren castle?
Oh, yeah, of course. You and the enchanting young lady.
Huh, and about time too.
I better draw myself a good map. I'm sure I'll be going back and forth between the castle and the village a few more times. My friends are here and Timmy is still somewhere in the woods.
Fine, let's go.
Thank you, Mr. Whale. I drew my path on the map very carefully. This way, we can always return to the village if necessary.
No need. I'll only leave the castle one more time, with a few crates of gold.
What do you mean?
This place sucks, don't you think?
The castle will blossom in your presence, just like me.
Laddie!
My moonshine.
You won't believe what I've been through. I need a bath this instant.
But of course, my love. Then perhaps a light dinner, and then let's just see what the evening holds in store.
Ahem.
Are you her servant?
No,
You can be my servant. My Igor died years ago. For good this time.
Actually, I wanted to...
Wipe your shoes, or you'll have to clean everything again.
But... Here we go again. The chicken coop is in pretty much the same condition as the castle. Skew whiff. And the roof leaks. The Count seems to like chickens. That's a good sign. Anyone who likes animals can't be a bad person. A shallow water bowl for the chickens. Empty. They've no use for an empty bowl. The chickens seem to be... The count seems to like chickens. The castle is way, way too big for one person. Why do all rich people always buy buildings like this and live in them all alone? As the rooms the Count uses are so dilapidated, I wonder what the others will look like. Nothing but weeds and trash everywhere you look. The Count really does need some urgent household support. Time to make myself useful as the new servant. On the other hand, I'm not the world's best gardener and should probably leave well alone. I'd say that coach hasn't moved a metre since old Van Buren's day. Several spokes are broken. Yes! Ooh, there's a small tree growing out of one of the seats. I wonder how many owners this castle had before Van Buren. Too bad it's so run down. Soon it'll be nothing but ruins. In an old building like this, falling masonry is probably an occupational hazard. Wonder if that's why the position of Igor was open. Stone's fairly flat, maybe some sort of roof tile. Yeah, big white maggots. Okay, if we must. Yeah. Legend has it that a master builder was once hired to come up with a visually appealing way to divert water from the roofs of buildings. He thought to himself, why don't I put statues on the corners of the roof and let them get rid of water the way you, well, get rid of water? The idea with the peeing statue didn't meet much approval, and they forced him to change his design. He was very angry about the whole thing. That's why gargoyles today look like they're constantly throwing up. Doesn't look like rain, thankfully. A storm is the last thing I need in a place like this. The Count and his young fiancée met through a newspaper ad, which means someone has to fight his way through the mountains on a regular basis. Just a single sealed scroll. To Count Vladimir Orlov, the Dark Woods. Oh, hey! The seal bears the Seastone coat of arms. Neither the drawbridge nor the portcullis were able to protect Van Buren against the mages, paladins and villagers who came for him. Maybe he was no longer at the height of his power. Otherwise, a sorcerer like him should be able to defend a castle like this easily. Nasty statues. I saw them from the drawbridge. They look like a mixture of a man and bat. And it's almost as if, they watch you the whole time as you approach the castle. Oh, fine. Lovely. A small wood stove like that can't even begin to heat such a huge building. Here in the hallway, it's exactly the same temperature as outside. The stove reminds me of the one in my classroom in Seastone. It had a broken pipe too, and it was pretty useless. However, this one looks less pleasant. Ooh, scary people. I can't tell if these are relatives of the sorcerer or the Count. The only certainty is that these are some of the creepiest faces I have ever seen. But they look somehow generous. Ooh, scary people. I can't tell if these are relatives. The only How How many candles must have burned here to leave a pile of wax that big? Or are those magic candles that have been burning for decades? Ah, if I need a load of candle wax, I know where I can find it. From the outside, it looks as though the castle has at least 5 or 6 floors. And old castles often have cellars and dungeons too. Judging from the outside, I'd say at least 5 or 6. And old castles like this one often have cellars and dungeons too. A lot of work for just one Igor. The only footprints on the dusty stairs are from Miss Kiki. Doesn't Count Orlov ever visit the upper floors? Does the Count stay down here the whole time? I should have a look around down here. The only footprints on the dusty stairs are from Miss Kiki. Does the Count... The stairs don't just lead upwards, they also go down into an impenetrable blackness. Dungeons, tombs, all kinds of things that I don't want anything to do with could be down there. Hard to believe how high the ceiling is in this hall. The chandelier chains disappear into the gloom. You can see eyes blinking way up in the dark, and you can hear the occasional squeak. I think those are bats. The Count probably hasn't noticed them yet. I can hardly imagine him allowing bats in his castle. The stairs don't just lead up, There are some pretty strange characters here in the gallery, but this one really takes the cake. A very unpleasant-looking fellow. He looks evil, arrogant, and more than a little bit crazy. A heavy wooden chest with 7 seals. 2 of them are open. Could be where the book is hidden, but it could also contain the Count's well-protected underwear. Either way, there's no sign of how to open the 5 remaining seals. Could be where the book is hidden, but it could also contain the Count's Either way... Am I nuts, or are those paintings different from before? The pictures don't seem to be alive like in the Mage Tower in Seastone, but they seem to constantly change. Very handy if you have more paintings than space on the walls. The castle really needs to be dusted. But, seeing as how it would be my job as the servant, I think I'll just keep quiet on the subject. The Count probably got tired of always having to clean the mirror. Very old mirror. Except for a few dull spots, it's in good nick. Very old mirror. My map helps me get anywhere I've been fast. I've entered all the paths carefully.
Ah, there you are, Igor. Prepare dinner for my fiancée. And set the table with all the trimmings. We want to have a romantic meal before withdrawing.
My name's Wilbur.
My servants are all called Igor. Igor, his father Igor, his grandfather Igor, and his father too.
Whew, you certainly had a lot of servants.
That's why it's too late now to get used to a new name. I'll call you Igor. I would even give you Igor's old suit, if I had it.
The villagers told me that the mad sorcerer Ashcroft Van Buren used to live here.
That is correct, until he was hung, drawn, and quartered. The wizards and paladins didn't do things by halves, just quarters. They took everything that was of interest or value to them. They left the rest here.
Was there a book amongst the things left behind?
The Sorcerer's Diary. Yes, I found that a few months after I moved in a secret desk drawer.
No, I mean, more of a magic book, you know, with incantations and such.
No, not that I know of.
The large chest in the hall looks like it's been there a long time. Is it yours?
Van Buren had it built, but now it belongs to me. The painting up there is of him. The chest and the painting are the only things the mages wanted to take with them, but they couldn't. Both are bound to the castle by powerful magic.
Ooh, so there must be something important in there.
I don't know. I've only been able to open 2 of the 7 seals.
Maybe that's where he kept his spellbook.
Is it valuable? The young ladies are getting ever more demanding these days, and my new line of guano skin cream for the man of the world hasn't done quite as well as I hoped.
Master, maybe I can help opening the chest for you. I'm good at that kind of thing.
If you wish, as long as it doesn't clash with your other tasks. I want to be sure my little bunny rabbit is properly pampered. Here, this Sorcerer's Diary. I was able to open the first 2 seals with the help of this.
Thank you, Master. Do you know much about werewolves?
Not particularly. Us and them, we don't get on. Normal wolves, yes. They're the children of the night, and I like standing on the balcony of an evening, listening to them singing. But werewolves, poor souls that have been cursed and can feel nothing but primitive anger and hate.
Is there any way to get rid of the curse?
Of course, quite easily. You have to kill the werewolf that cursed you in the first place.
And if you don't know who it was?
Then you can only hope that a friend pumps your head full of silver.
No way! And what may I serve you and the young Miss Kiki?
For the young lady, a rocket salad with vinegar, oil, and strips of chicken breast. That's what young ladies eat these days. Nothing for me, thank you.
Not even a little bite?
Maybe later. Until then, I'll make do with a glass of red wine.
As you wish, Master. I'll go and find the chef and order the salad.
I don't have a chef. I normally order out.
But I can't cook.
How hard can it be to make a salad with vinegar and oil? Make haste, Igor.
Very well. Count Olaf, Master. I saved your fiancée in the forest. She was thrown from a horse and lost her way.
The poor child. What luck that nothing happened to her. I've been waiting for her for so long.
I heard you've been married a few times.
Many times. Unfortunately, I've never grown old with any of my lovers. I am cursed. I'm forced to try again every few years with a new young woman.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm really sorry. Master, this scroll was in the postbox.
From Seastone. Archmage murdered. Wanted, blah, blah. Nothing of any importance.
Are you sure?
I'm not interested in politics. Kings and archmages come and go.
Yes, you're right. No reason to burden yourself with such things. There's a picture of the Archmage and me on the cover. Even if the Count isn't interested in politics, he's not likely to let a wanted murderer work for him. He would hand me over to the Van Burens if he noticed. Count?
Yes, Igor?
What was it with Igor and his uniform?
Your predecessor, Igor, made himself at home in the cellar, Igor. He had a bed, a desk, all his belongings. I think now you're the new Igor. It is all yours.
And Igor's uniform?
It will be amongst his things. Go and have a look. But be careful. It's dark down there.
I could take a candle.
I don't think that's a very good idea. They are attracted to light.
They?
Things that live in the darkness. Igor had due respect for them, and never dared go down there with a light.
Perhaps the uniform isn't important after all. If you'll excuse me, Master, work calls.
Make haste! My little honey bunny has gone upstairs to take a bath, and could come back down at any minute.
What is upstairs?
Nothing of interest to you. Your place is down here. And tomorrow I'll show you the cellar and the crypt.
I can hardly wait.
Let's talk more work, Igor.
I think I should get on with my job. The Count doesn't like chatty staff. The Count seems to be a wine lover. Red wine, to be exact. Seems to me the Count doesn't need a servant for his wine. He refills the glass himself. The Count seems... Luckily, the scroll rolled itself back up. Otherwise, the Count may have spotted that his new Igor is wanted for murder. The council leader must have sent these search warrants everywhere. I hope one didn't make it here. I'll have to be careful. I don't want to go back to Seastone in chains. Luckily, the scroll rolled itself... A lovely glass with a thick bottom. Glasses made of perfect transparent glass like this are very rare and expensive. What's this cord for?
You can make various bells in the castle ring by pulling it.
But there's only one cord.
Who needs more?
This is the table I'm supposed to serve dinner on, with all the trimmings. A few days ago I was a professor of magic in a magic school, and now I'm Igor for a count in the middle of nowhere. The table is pretty old and covered with stains. Won't be good enough to impress the Count's fiancée. Ooh, the space here isn't just brighter and friendlier than the entrance hall. All the candles make it a lot warmer too. I find it odd that Count Olaf bought a castle in the dark woods. Most old people love the heat and the sun. There's not a lot of either here. Maybe he burns easily. Are these just decorative plates, or can they be used? Nate once ate fried potatoes off of the Queen's face in Elfborough. Ivo's mother was not amused.
Igor, be more careful.
I didn't do anything. The plate just flew off the wall.
I've lived here for 10 years. Castle Orlofstein has never been haunted.
Weird. A plate from the wall. Doesn't look like anyone's eaten from it before. The glass is quite heavy. This is certainly due to the bottom of the glass, which is almost 2 imp thumbs thick. A shallow bowl. A little dandelion, bit of grass and some other weeds. Thick white grubs. For some, these things are a source of protein. I'm a little more conservative about my food. The beautiful cloth which used to cover the big mirror. Compared to most things here, it's very clean. That should do. So, looking good, even if I do say so myself. I think the Count expects a finer layout to impress his fiancée. The Count wants a rocket salad with chicken breast and oil and vinegar dressing for his fiancée. Okay, I got the plate. All that's missing is everything else. These fat maggots are about the right size, but they don't look much like fried chicken. They're slightly transparent and really slimy. The Sorcerer's Diary the Count found hidden in a desk drawer. The Count opened the first 2 seals with its help. The Sorcerer's Diary the Count found hidden in the desk. The Count... Incense? Not something I really expected to find in a place this old. On the other hand, maybe the Count also noticed that it sometimes smells a little mouldy and musty in here. Incense? Not... On the other hand... Cutlery. No, nothing of interest. Knife and fork look almost brand new. Igor pitched camp down there in the cellar, and because of them, he never took a light down there with him. Matches, scented candles, barbecue sauce without garlic, shopping list. And this? Eastwards till you reach the dead beetles, then north until it echoes. Further to the west to the broken water pipe, and then directly north to where the odorless gas is. Now eastwards to the creaking board, then follow the corridor northwards. An orientation aid from old Igor. I'll take that. Hey! The letters are glowing. Igor thought it through and wrote it in magic ink. Eastwards till you reach the dead beetles, then north until it echoes. Further to the west to the broken water pipe, and then directly north to where the odorless gas is. Now eastwards to the creaking board, then follow the corridor northwards. a dead end. A dead end. A dead end. Ugh! Smells of rotten eggs. Oh, it's cold here. A dead end. Ugh! Smells of rotten eggs. Eastwards till you reach the dead beetles, then north until it echoes. Further to the west to the broken water pipe, and then directly north to where the odorless gas is. Now eastwards to the creaking board, then follow the corridor northwards. Oh, it's cold here. A dead end. Ugh! Smells of rotten eggs. I wonder why Igor set up camp here, of all places. There's nothing else in the cellar except for junk and... them. It would appear the Count doesn't pay very well. Apart from the bed, this cupboard and what's in it, Igor doesn't seem to have owned very much. That's it! My very own Igor uniform! It would appear the Count doesn't pay very well. It may be old and not fit me properly, but Igor must have loved this uniform, and I will cherish it too. My master, I mean the Count, has forbidden me to go up there, and I think I'll listen to him. The castle's pretty ramshackle, and the book should be in the chest anyway. I half expected the sun to come out and everything here to bloom once I defeated the fear. That would be the perfect house for Esther, Gulliver and Nate. The three would bring life back to the village. Or, something along those lines anyway. Maybe the villagers wouldn't have been so easily frightened if it weren't so creepy around here. The whole area is famous for its ghost stories. Maybe the villagers wouldn't... Maybe the whole... No, my pockets are also full of junk anyway.
Hello, Mr. Weathervane?
And? How's life without fear?
Oh, it feels good. I finally got time to recruit new inhabitants for the village.
Glad to hear it.
I thought about putting an ad in the paper. Somberville, deserted village in cursed region, seeks citizens to occupy houses of previously abducted and murdered villagers. How does that sound?
I don't know. My friends up at the campfire could move into one of the houses. They're very nice, and Gulliver and Nate are skilled craftsmen. They could get the village back into shape in no time.
I don't think that we want their type here.
But that's unfair. Just imagine that you're a family man and have never done anything wrong in your entire life. You and your wife have always worked hard, you have a great son, and then you come to a village that's urgently looking for residents.
Yes, but they're zombies.
So what? Imagine a zombie village that doesn't want you and your wife and child because you're different. What would you think of people like that, huh?
Well, you can't really... Well, I suppose I could talk to your friends.
You do that. Do you by any chance sell lettuce?
No! This is an adventure shop. Adventurers don't eat salad. They go into the woods and slay wild boar.
Then you probably don't have any chicken breast fillet.
No.
And salad dressing? Oil? Vinegar?
Again, no. Well, actually, I do have oil. Some warriors like rubbing it into their muscles to make them glisten in the sun.
Then I'll have that then.
Oh, I'll even give it to you for free if you promise not to rub it on yourself in front of me.
I think I'll be going now.
Oh, how's Miss Kiki? Has she sunk her claws in the count? Oh, come on, Wilbur. A hottie like Miss Kiki? She's just a gold digger. The Count will need to watch his back.
But they love one another. He met through a newspaper and it's not very nice to think that about people as well.
Wilbur!
I knew I could find the way back from the castle. And I almost didn't fall into 2 crevices. Or the same one twice.
Well done.
Hi, Esther.
Hello, Wilbur. Whatever are you wearing?
My uniform. It's quite itchy and musty, but, what can you do?
You could take it off.
But it was so difficult to get hold of. That took it out to them, didn't it?
Yes, they have to recharge their batteries. You should have a bit of a rest too, Wilbur. You must be exhausted. Do you want me to make you something to eat?
Oh, something to eat would be great. I've been hungry since we got here.
Then I'll make you a sausage. These are Timmy's favorite sausages. I wanted to surprise him with them tonight.
I will help him, Esther, I promise.
I know. Just be careful with the little fella.
As long as he's careful with me.
Ready. Careful. Hot.
Ow! Ooh! Ah! Thanks. Can I have another sausage?
But of course. This place is growing on me, you know. Now that the ghost stuff is all gone.
You're not a city zombie, are you?
People need to get used to us. Big cities always have a constant stream of new people to get to know. Here in the country, you only have to convince each person once that you don't want to chew the skin off their faces. Ready. Careful. Hot.
Ow! Ooh! Ah! Thanks. You look thoughtful.
I was just thinking about what a lucky woman I am. I've got a partner who loves me and a wonderful son. Everyone is healthy and we're all together. You only think about these things when something bad happens, or nearly happens.
I have these thick, slimy white maggots here.
Ah, I know those things. Had one of them stuck in my left nostril for 2 whole days when my head was chopped off.
I thought maybe you could fry them.
Is there something wrong with my sausages?
No, I just need light-coloured meat for a salad.
As long as I don't have to eat them. Give them here. That was the last one.
Ooh, those don't look too bad at all. Thank you. See you later, Esther. I have to go.
Bye.
Yeah, I'll let her get some rest. That was probably the hardest day for her. Like father, like son. They deserve some rest after the last few days. The fire's still burning brightly. Esther won't let it go out all night, that's for sure. Half-burnt wood, ash, and bits of charcoal beside the fire. We should put things in order here before we leave. I have a long trip home ahead of me once I get that book from the chest. I don't know whether any of the others will join me. I'm sure they all would if I asked them. But things could get dangerous in Seastone, and I don't want any of them getting hurt. I have these thick, slimy white maggots.
Ah, I know. Is this...
No, I just need light-coloured...
As long as I don't have to... That was the last...
Ooh, thank you. Fried grubs are firmer and no longer slimy. To be honest, they look pretty appetizing. The worms cannot comprehend my genius. That is why they say I'm insane. Rutherford does not trust us. He will deceive us, I know. He will be the first to die once we have the power of the Nameless One. Who is Rutherford? Here is a drawing of the various seals. There's something written next to each seal. No one is smarter than I. I have devised a chest for my most valuable possession with 7 seals that only I can open. Each seal can be opened only in a very special manner and only I know how. Each mechanism is more clever than the one before. And there's a list describing how each seal is opened. Ha! It's a good thing the sorcerer was so proud of his work. The second seal is opened with the blood of innocence. The seal is already opened. Maybe the Count cut his finger peeling potatoes and then he touched the seal. The third seal will only open when the word open is spoken in Ratish. The third seal will only... The fifth seal can only be opened by the breath of death. Death breath. Only one of worthy heart can open the 7th and final seal. Only one of worthy heart can open the 7th and final seal. Only the hand of the truly greatest sorcerer of all time can open this seal. Only those who feel insatiable hunger can open the 4th seal. The 4th seal is already open. No idea how the Count managed that one. He never eats anything. The 6th seal is opened by the invisible key that is visible to all. Once all 7 magic seals have been released, the chest can be opened. You may have to shake the lid a little, it sometimes sticks. 2 seals are already open, 5 are still closed. The note should help. The Count has opened the first 2 seals using the instructions in the diary. That leaves 5.